what's going on? I'm back with a review of Being Mary Jane, Season 4, Episode 17, Feeling Conflicted. So, Mary Jane and Justin are still laying in the bed after she stood up the guy that she's supposed to go out, that the network wanted her to go out with. And they end up making rules about their relationship. You know, we're going to keep it professional. We got to have a united front, and we're going to make decisions together. So they say. And Mary Jane is begging him. He said, well, I think we still need a title. And Justin gives her a little bit, you're my girl. I am not liking them together. I'm not. I feel like Mary Jane is setting herself up for complete failure. But hey, that's what she wants. She left a good man, Savannah, for Justin's ass. So whatever. So they get to work, and they find out that the Asian correspondent has been fired, and they need to replace her. And Garrett wants them to come with a decision on which correspondent that they want to have. So they go in Mary Jane's office to talk about it, and Mary Jane like, this is a great opportunity to bring on some African American talent. And Justin had shut that completely down. He said, listen, you're African American, I'm African American. That's about all the African American this network is trying to do. They tried it with the previous anchor, and it just didn't work. So now they're going to go completely white. She's like, okay. So she gives a suggestion, and he gives one. And when Garrett comes back, neither of them have come to an agreement. So he interviews both people. So we'll come back to that later. So Mary Jane tells Justin, oh man, I gotta go to Kara's tonight. She wants to have a girls' night, and she wants Lee to come. What am I supposed to do? And he starts rubbing on her, talking about something. If you can keep a straight face while I'm doing this with my hands between your legs, you can tell Kara a lot. So not only he doesn't want the public to know that he and her are in a relationship, he wants her to start lying to her family and friends. Oh my gosh, this is not going to end well. So she gets to Kara's house crying and just putting on this show. I'm like, even I could see through that. Even if I had just started watching this show, I could see that Mary Jane put on this ad. She gives up this story that I came home and Lee just left, and he had left me a note. Now, mind you, she had just talked to her stylist, and he had told her the same story about his fiance. They were supposed to be getting a baby together. And he comes home, his stuff is gone, and he leaves him a note. That trifling bitch done sit up there and told Kara that same story. And then when she leaves, Mary Jane's phone rings. She's like, you're not going to answer that? Oh, no, it's Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie ain't finna call her. Talking about it's Angelina Jolie, and I'll just take it later. Kara closed that door, and she looks at her boo, and she's like, Mary Jane's lying, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. So back in Atlanta, we see Niecy and Suge. And Suge is looking like at Mary Jane's morning show, and she's like, Mary Jane, or Pauletta, that's what they call her back at home. Pauletta is looking awfully happy. Something's not right there. And Niecy's like, you know what? Mama, she's not looking right. Maybe I'll call her. So Niecy calls Mary Jane, and she's with Justin, and she blows Niecy off. So she tells Grandma, I'm just have to try it another time. So, Niecy is trying to find a new boo. She goes out to this club. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a producer, and I got my own place, I got my own car. The waiter done bought the tab. How about he done put out a raggedy $10 bill to pay this $25 tab? Niecy said, boy, bye. And she told her friend, she said, girl, I'm getting up out this club. So we see her next going through her Tinder, swiping left. And she's like, how do you know all these men are trifling? She said, because they're from Atlanta. And she said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change my profile to New York to see what these New York boos talking about. So now Niecy was pretty crafty here. So she and Sugar watching Mary Jane. She's like, Mama, or Mama, I tried to talk to Mary Jane, but she's just not listening. And she's like, you know what? You should go up to New York and visit her, see what's going on. She said, oh, no, I can't go up there. But you can, Niecy. And it was all part of Niecy's plan. Oh, no, Grandma, I can't. I got the kids. Oh, don't worry about the kids. And I'll book you a cheap flight. I said, Lord have mercy. So she got this thing she been talking to in New York. So she's going to fly up there to see Mary Jane, but really go get her shells dusted. So we're going to see next week how that's going to end. So we get to Kara's arbitration, and Kara done hit them with the juggler. She comes in there. She says, you're being sexist to the arbitrator because you called out the outfits that I wear, the people that I hang around. That has nothing to do with why the morning show fired me. I asked that you be dismissed, and they agreed. They dismissed the arbitrator. So Gary gets wind of this. He goes to Justin. He goes, if we pay Kara a dime of this money, it's gonna be some stiff changes going on, starting with senior producers. And he tells Justin, he says, you need to get in there and testify against Kara and get her to lose this case. And Justin like, man, because him and Mary Jane are together. So Kara is actually excited because she had a good day in arbitration, and she's trying to catch Mary Jane. It's like she calls Mary Jane while she's up there with Justin. She's like, hey girl, I'm downstairs. I figure we'll have a girls' night, celebrate. Mary said, no, don't come down. Don't come up. I'll come down to you. So they get in the car. And now, mind you, Kara's been following Lee's tweets. And his tweets come off as he's so distraught and he can't believe his girlfriend did this to him. And so Kara knows Mary Jane's lying. She just want to catch her in the lie. She goes, what happened to you and Lee? What we're going to do, we're going to show up to Lee's comedy show. And Mary Jane's like, no, we can't go there. She's like, why? And she finally tells her, I broke up with Lee. And she gives her this bullshit response. Oh, because there's no perfect guy. Or, no, I'm sorry. Lee's not the perfect guy. And my perfect guy's out there somewhere with me. And I surely hope she don't think Justin is the perfect guy. Because he is corrupting her. And Kara's like, you know what? Take this girl back to her house. We ain't having no girls' night tonight. She was just disgusted that Mary Jane had lied to her. But she still ain't told her about Justin either. So, the next day we get to arbitration. And Kara walks in, and to her surprise, she sees Justin. And he actually started out real positive. He said Kara is the most efficient producer that I've ever came in contact. That's why I was just so surprised that she didn't research this story that she was given. And she goes, well, the story was all, in my defense, the story was already done. I was just doing a follow-up, so it wasn't my responsibility. But he says, you researched other stories that wasn't your original stories, and that's what got her. And she was like, oh, I can't believe it. She just shut down. So she meets up with him. She's like, I can't believe you. First you take down Rhonda. Now you want to take down me. Who's next? Mary Jane. And he goes, if you wasn't so on the defense, you could probably get somewhere in life. And I don't think Kara is being defensive. I think she has to have a wall because she's a woman in a masculine environment. We have to pay 10 times the toll when we go into these corporate settings. We're minorities, we're women, and Lord forbid, if we're unattractive, they're really not trying to hear us. So Mary Jane, of course, Kara told Mary Jane, because Kara's a real friend, unlike Mary Jane. She told her what Justin did, and Mary Jane goes to confront Justin. She's like, why would you do that? Why would you sit there and testify against my friend like that? He's like, I had no choice, which is a lie. You always have a choice. You just chose to do the wrong thing. And Mary just walks off, and Mary didn't even do anything about it. She didn't say nothing to he just got her drinking the red Kool-Aid. He can't do anything wrong. So the next scene we see Kara with the box coming up to the news station. They done gave her job back. She tells Mary Jane, oh yeah, they made me senior producer, a bump in pay. She hugs Kara and she sees Justin looking, and she knows that Justin actually set that up, which he did. He went to Gary. He said, if you don't want to have to pay Kara any money, the only way we're going to avoid that is to give her job back, and that's what they did. So the last scene is Justin and Mary Jane are in her office. Now, Mary Jane got a glass office, and they're supposed to be, being, secretive about their relationship. And she goes and hugs Justin in an affectionate way. And of all people, Kara saw them hugging. And Mary Jane saw Kara seeing them hug. And that's how the episode ended. Man, with friends like Mary Jane and boyfriends like Justin, who needs enemies? That's my review of Being Mary Jane. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out my Facebook, Miss Moffett. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Miss Moffett, sitting on topics, ready to spill the tea, tell all the gossip. See you next time.